We have all enjoyed that red, succulent and sweet cut of watermelon. But did you know that watermelon farming in Kenya can be a huge money-making agribusiness venture? Although watermelons can be grown anywhere in the country, semi-arid areas are the ideal regions to grow melons because of its longer growing season, sandy loam soils, warmer temperatures and increased sunlight. While counterfeiting occurs within both herbicides and maize, prevalence is much higher in fungicides. Our farmer tells us one can incur huge losses due to increase of adulterated farm imports, especially fertilizers that have been adulterated in some way, which may include authentic product that has been diluted or entirely fake. It is difficult for farmers to determine if a label has been tampered with or if the label represents the formulation actually in the bottle. Nonetheless, it is a profitable venture. Welcome to Kilimo na Biashara show. It's about 5:30 a.m. in the morning, and what a good time to go to the farm. Today, I want to take you to Kibwezi, Makueni County. Let's go to the farm. Mwende, how are you?
I'm okay, Linda.
Tumekuja hadi Kibwezi.
Welcome to Kibwezi.
Thank you.
Makueni County.
Thank you.
Yeah. This is how we welcome our visitors. Have a piece.
Thank you.
Have a
It's very red. Let me have a taste.
Taste. How is it?
It is very sweet.
Fruits.
I like it.
Makueni.
Fruits from Makueni are very sweet.
Oh.
Thank you so much. I can't wait to check out the farm.
We go and see the farm.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
The land has already been prepared.
Yeah, it is
and
prepared.
It's very
already.
unique.
A very
what
unique
type
land.
of preparation is this?
You have to plow. You do the harrow.
You use it. You use a tractor or
a
manual
tractor. A tractor. After plowing,
yes,
you harrow your soil. After that, now you get to make the furrows now, where your planting starts.
And
but before anything, preparing the land, you have to do the soil analysis. In our times, the land was lucky because Trigger Foods, they did it for us to know what we need to add to our soil or what is already there. We don't need to add it. So through that, with that knowledge now, you know how to feed your plants.
Will you show me how to plant?
I'm ready to show you how to plant.
And they are blue.
Yeah.
They are blue in color.
The chemical to prevent them from being eaten by insects.
Also, it's coated by a chemical.
Yeah.
So
I want to show you how to plant. The spacing, so that when you go to your own place, you can tell them you are an expert of planting.
Yes, I should plant. I should plant.
Yeah.
Where can we plant?
We are planting here.
We plant this row.
We are starting here.
Okay.
Yeah, this is for the measurement. We start from this side here.
Oh, from the other edge.
From the other hand here. So this is how you do it.
How many meters?
50. Should be 50 centimeters.
50 centimeters.
Yeah.
A meter is quite long.
Yeah, a meter is quite long.
There?
Just an inch.
An inch.
Yeah.
If you don't put an inch, what happens?
Germination will be very low. Germination rate will be very low. Now, Linda, we've planted. I want to show you how we put the water after planting.
Okay.
We are closing our furrow. We go to
this is adequate for 2 days.
It is adequate for 2 days now.
did the idea of watermelon farming conceptualize?
The first time I was farming, I was leasing the land. So from there, I thought of let me buy a land so that I may be doing it from my land. That's why I left Kaba to this place here. So when I came here, I visited these Wahindi farmers here. My neighbor here is a Muhindi, the other side is a Muhindi there down. So I could see what they were doing with the watermelons. Nikajua hapa kuna biashara. So I started doing it and I went on looking for the market for it. But that one is very tedious when you don't have a ready market for it. So when I looked at it, whatever they were doing, I can do better than them. Then I went into it. Yeah.
Mwende, so if a farmer is interested in venturing into watermelon farming, what are the requirements in order to start this business?
You need to have land. You either lease or you have your own land. You have to make sure you have water is available for you not to get a shock of your life. You have to be able to pay your cashews, able to buy chemicals, there's the seed. Even the seeds are not that cheap. 1 kg of a watermelon, which is from Syngenta Fahari F1, goes for 26,000. That's 1 kg. It's a lot. So you have to be prepared psychologically. I need this, I need that. It's not that easy. So
Mwende, you've said after creation of these furrows, after soil analysis, how do you start planting watermelons?
In our time, Twiga did it for us. They took the soil, took the water to make that analysis for us. So now when it came, we were able, or we knew what we are supposed to do to our soil or to our plants. So after that, now we went into plowing. There was a bush clearing. We went into plowing, then harrowing, and now we are here, we want to plant.
And this is a unique type of spacing that you've shown me. Tell me about this spacing. How many meters should it be separate?
With melons, with watermelons, you plant using a specific space. From one plant to the other plant should be, we usually go with 50 centimeters from one plant to the other plant. And there is a space we leave in between the furrows. That's where we turn the melons coming to, because the fruit is not supposed to be in water. So there is that place, now this one here, where we leave for the melons, where you will harvest from, not from the furrow, but you have to harvest them from this space here, which is usually 2 meters. Yeah, some put 2, others put 3. But in our farm here, we usually do 2 meters.
I'm curious to know the entire germination process of watermelon.
Before we put the seed in the soil, we soak them overnight using optimizers. Then the following day, we plant them. After planting, we only take 4 days, they sprout. Now after sprouting, we give them 3 days more. We start the fertilizer application, fertigation now. We do it with DAP. After 2 weeks, we go to CAN. In between the 2 weeks of CAN, we do nitrabo. Now, when they are growing, they usually need a lot of nitrogen in them. So we give them CAN and nitrabo. Then after that, now they start flowering. After the flowering stage, that's where we do the winner plus MOP fertilizers. This enables the flowers to shoot more.
When they have gone through the farm, I'm not even done, I've not even covered an eighth of it, and I'm quite impressed. How much capital did you invest here?
It took like $1 million to do whatever you can see here.
You have 149 acres here, but if a farmer has 1 acre, how much capital do I need?
An acre, you need half a kg of watermelon, which will be 13,000.
Mwende, Kibwezi is a relatively dry area. Where do you source your water?
We have a permanent river source there, which is Earth River, which is permanent there. So water here is not a problem. Whatever time we need water, it's there. As long as I have fuel, which is diesel, to pump it, water is permanently available.
So tell me, are watermelons prone to diseases and pests?
A lot. A lot. Just last month, we lost 7 acres of watermelon due to mosaic virus, something which was countrywide.
7 acres is quite massive to lose. So after losing 7 acres, what should farmers do to avert these challenges?
Just being keen on what you are doing, follow the spray program. You have to have a spray program, which you have to follow from the planting date, from the sprouting day up to the end. So in between, you can know what your plant needs. Be it has been attacked by blight, you know what to do with blight, insect, you know what to do with insect. But when you come to chemicals, in Kenya we are really suffering when using the chemicals. They are so diluted such that you may even not harvest using those chemicals. So we are trying to see what we can do. That's why Kenyan farmers, it's very hard for them to compete with Tanzania and Uganda. Our chemicals are very expensive.
Aside from pests and diseases, what are other challenges that you've experienced as a farmer?
Now, like here, this is Savo. We are bordering Savo here, Savo East. We experience a lot of disturbance from the elephants, hippos, such things. And you know, the moment they enter into your farm, no one pays you. So one challenge is you have to spend extra to put watchmen to watch over the land overnight. So that's one challenge we are facing here. Whoever is bordering the Savo, we have that challenge. When you call them after the event to your farm, they tell you, we need a permanent fence. Does dove, elephant really has a permanent fence? So those are the questions we ask.
How are the returns on investment?
It depends on how you feed your plant. Yeah, it's not, I can't guarantee you that you are getting 20 tons from whatever you've planted, because watermelon depends on how you feed it. Yeah, it depends on how you take care of it.
This is a sweet business. Is it a profitable venture?
It is, when you are careful with what you are doing. It is.
So Mwende, how is the future of watermelon?
It will get up to a point where Kenya will have to give us the chemicals we need to do it. For now, it has so many challenges now.
Watermelons from Kibwezi have been known to be very sweet. What's the secret?
I think the hotness we have here, it's one of the conditions that make the watermelon to be sweet. It also depends with the soil, the climate, the soil, and whatever the farmer applies to the melon. But mostly the climate. It's so hot here, so that's the first contribution to the sweetness of the dry area fruits to be sweet. I want us to go and meet our agronomists there from the Twiga company, Twiga Foods company. They usually give us an agronomist who takes us through along with our own agronomist. So the Twiga companies have to send the agronomist on the ground for quality assurance, looking at our spray programs, how the melons are faring. So let's go and meet Anton from Twiga Foods.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Hey Tony.
Hello, Linda. Hi, Janet.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
I see you're doing your checks here.
Yes, I'm doing my checks here.
How are the watermelons faring?
They are doing very well. Yeah, they are faring well. Yes, I'm happy with the way they are growing.
Anthony, you're saying this farm is in perfect condition. When you say perfect condition, what do you mean?
I mean that the crop is healthy. It's not suffering from pests. It's not suffering from diseases. And as you can see, we have a good number of fruits that are growing. So we are hopeful that we are going to get a better harvest here.
We've seen many watermelon farmers, but many of them have so many complaints. What are the misses?
Most of the farmers are not aware of, they don't know how to control the diseases that affect watermelons. Watermelon is also, it's also susceptible to pests and diseases. And the diseases that affect watermelons, they are very tricky to handle. So many farmers don't have that expertise. And that's why we, as Twiga come in. Now we work together, we come together with the management of this farm, and we manage the pests and diseases.
Anthony Mwende showed me that particular area, 7 acres. She lost an entire 7 acres of watermelons. What did she miss, or perhaps what really happened, because she's telling me it's pests and diseases?
This was a countrywide problem. So there are seasons whereby we have diseases that come with especially with the cold weather, and they wipe the crop. So there's no known proper cure of the virus. It is a viral disease, no known cure of the same. What you just need to make sure is that you manage the pests, because the disease is spread by the pests. When they feed from sap from one plant to the other, that's how they spread the disease. Yes, but it was a countrywide thing, so most of the farmers were affected, and that's why we've had a very big shortage of watermelons.
Anthony, so tell me, what are the best practices of pest management? For the watermelons, first thing you have to ensure that your field is clean. What I mean by clean is a field free of weeds. Anyway, it's not in a bush. And then you must have a competent team of spraymen. People who have been trained on how to do the sprays. So we work together, and we advise on the best chemicals that are not interfered with, that will be effective to the crop. Anthony, as I came in, Mwende gave me a very sweet watermelon.
Yes.
How can you identify a sweet or best watermelon?
Well, first of all, the best watermelon we mean by the level sugar levels. Sugar levels determine how best the watermelon is. What we do, you count the number of days that the crop is supposed to be on the ground. She explained that this soil here has very high potassium levels. That contributes to the high sugar levels on the crop. The other thing is the weather here, hot weather. Hot weather also helps the plant to manufacture that, and that's why you get very high sugar levels on that fruit. And then we manage the water content in that fruit. How we do it? We irrigate normally up to a certain point, and just before, some few days before harvesting, we cut the water onto that crop, and that lowers the water content, and this is the sugar levels.
So before you contract a farmer, what are the qualities that you normally look at?
Not only for watermelons, but for the crops that we normally grow. We are contracting farmers for bananas, watermelons, onions, tomatoes, and potatoes. But these are in different locations, depending on where the crop does well. For watermelons, we are concentrating on areas like eastern areas, especially eastern and coast regions, and a bit of Mount Kenya region. So for a farmer to qualify to be a contracted farmer by Twiga, he must have a minimum of 30 acres. We conduct a due diligence check, whereby we come and check whether there is enough water. They also check the quality of that water. We also check the labor availability. The farmer have enough labor to do the practices that are supposed to be carried out.
30 acres is quite a huge tract of land. But now, why not less?
Why not less is because if you plant less, for example, you have, if I contract a farmer with like 3 acres and he doesn't capacity to do the 3 acres and he does only 1, and maybe the yield is about 6 or 5 tons, and the distance is it's far. So if you look at the cost of bringing the few kilos all the way from that location to our facility in Nairobi, that cost will not, it's not sustainable. It will not be able to sell.
Watermelons are naturally so sweet, but what are the nutritional values?
Watermelon is rich in vitamin A. It's also rich in vitamin B. It's also rich in vitamin C. It has fiber, so it helps in digestion and some other health benefits.
So which type of fertilizer is really suitable for watermelons?
We have specific manufacturers that we recommend our farmers to buy the inputs from. Yes, the ones we are sure and we have confirmed that the quality of their inputs is right.
Here in the country so far, how is the uptake of watermelons?
The watermelon business has really grown, and I can see it growing, even doubling or tripling in the near future. So that's why we are encouraging many farmers to grow watermelon, because it's like people are tending now to move towards watermelon when it comes to fruits.
When you're acquiring these watermelons from farmers, what are the market needs so far?
There are different markets. There's a market that requires big watermelons. There's a market that targets small, medium, and the small watermelons. But for us as Twiga, we are in agreement with the farmer. On the agreement, we have agreed that we need to take care of the crop so that we produce big watermelons. We carry watermelons from 4 kilos. Any watermelons that is 4 kilos and above, we are happy to take.
Anthony, most of the farms that we visited are using either drip irrigation, sprinkler. This is quite unique. Which type of irrigation system is this?
We call it furrow irrigation. Furrow irrigation. Irrigation depends on farmer capability. Janet is capability is on furrow. We have other farmers who have installed drip lines. So you can grow this crop on furrow, you can grow it on the drip lines, depending on your capability.
The biggest watermelon you've ever harvested in this farm is how many kgs?
Last season, but one, we harvested a watermelon that was 18 kilos. We weighed and it was 18 kilos.
It was quite big.
18 kilos. If you can do a simple maths, 18 kilos, in our contract we have agreed on the price. And we have contracted, for example, Janet, at 20 shillings per every kilo. You can imagine a watermelon of 18 kilos times 20. So that's about 360 shillings from one fruit.
Currently, what is the market price for watermelons, and is it a profitable venture?
It's a highly profitable venture with 4,000, if you're targeting 4,000 fruits from 1 acre, and a fruit is weighing 10 to 18 kilos. And we buy at 20 shillings per kilo. That's good money from just 1 acre. Linda, I want us to look for a watermelon which is ready.
Hey, I've been waiting for you to say that. Oh,
Well,
hey,
that
and this
is
one
looking,
is big.
Yeah, this one looks like it's ready. Let me tap.
Hey,
This one is ready.
just that. That
That is
one
the
is
sound.
compact.
Yeah, that's the right sound. So we can test this.
Wow. Hey, this is like, you've said how many
It's
kgs?
about 8 kilos.
Wow, and it's big.
Very big.
Wow.
Very big.
Hey, This is great. I want to test.
By the time it's fully ripe, it's supposed to be about 12 kilos.
Oh, 12.
Yes.
Wow, this a standard watermelon is how many
It's
kgs?
10 to 12.
Wow.
It's a standard one.
Cut this for us, we eat, man.
Okay. Okay, let me cut. Just come out here.
Let me see. Are the seeds eaten?
Yes.
I can swallow them, huh?
Swallow without fear. Swallow without fear. I will also take. I will also take.
I should taste it. It's very sweet. It has come at a good time when it's very sunny.
Yes. So the sugar level is very high because of the solar. Yeah.
Oh, very sweet.
You like it? Let me confirm that.
Confirm it.
It's very sweet.
It's very sweet.
Very sweet.
You've done a good job.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's very sweet, and you've said it's rich in vitamins.
It's rich in vitamins A, B, C, and high fiber content.
Almost all
Very good
vitamins.
for digestion. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anthony, for that.
Welcome.
You've had it. It's rich in vitamin A, B, C, and many other nutritional values. I hope you've learned something from today's episode of watermelon farming. Until next time, my name is Linda Koskei.